Hey, what's going on, guys? This is PukaTuka here. And today, well, as you can see, we are going to be ranking all of the Marvel movies, okay? From Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, all of them, all of them. I will be honest. Some of these you will disagree with, okay? Some of these I genuinely can't even see. Oh, I can't see this one. Never mind. Okay, but that's not the point. Let's just get into here, all right? With the first one, we have Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Look, look. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this guy has no clue what he's doing. And hey, look, you might be right. But I genuinely have not enjoyed either of these movies. Either. Not Guardians of the Galaxy and not Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I haven't enjoyed them. Ever. Ever. Alright? Alright, that's just the truth. I hate to be like that. But that's just the truth. I've never enjoyed them. Alright? Alright, so it's just, I don't know why. I'm not attached to the characters. Like, it's an okay movie. Okay? But I'm just not, actually, hey, wait, you know what? We'll move these up. See. Okay. They're okay movies. They're not terrible. Really D for terrible. Okay? But they're okay movies. All right? So I think, yeah, at least that counts for something, right? Right? Anyway, we're moving on to Ant-Man. All right? Just Ant-Man, not Ant-Man and the Wasp, but that'll come later. All right? So, Ant-Man. Look, tiny, he shrink, he can grow. All right? Cool superpower. Cool. I mean, yeah, who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want that? Movie. Not interesting. Not interesting. Okay? Just not. Like, the plot is boring. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember, like, what it was about. I don't remember a single thing about them. Can you tell me one redeeming factor of that movie? One. I'll wait. Anyone? Anyone tell me? What was the plot? No one knows. No one cared. Okay? No one cared. No one cared. Now, Avengers Age of Ultron. Out of all the Avengers movies, the worst one. But I'd rather watch this than any of those three. Okay? So, Avengers Age of Ultron, we got Ultron actually, the robot who comes in, with AI that Tony Stark built, because he's like that. Okay, then obviously, we get all the superheroes coming together. I'm trying my hardest to remember the plot because I haven't seen it in a while. But it's okay for an Avengers movie. I mean, I think especially now knowing what we have nowadays, it's much worse, in my opinion. Is this missing? No, it's not missing Endgame. Okay. I thought it was missing Endgame. I was gonna say something. I can't be doing this. I know there's a dog outside, but shut up. Shut. Woof. Anyway. But okay. Hey. Anyway. But anyway, on to Avengers. It's A tier. The first Avengers. Bro. Action. Great storytelling. Just great cinematography. We have one of the most iconic movie scenes of all time, where they all get together. Bro, beautiful. At the end of the movie, if you haven't seen these, I don't care. It's been years. You've had your time. Okay. At the end of the movie, Iron Man, taking the nuke into the portal, the portal into outer space. Great scene. Obviously, they're gonna end it off with some comedy. He's gonna come back down. Hulk roars. He wakes up. Just a great movie. All right, just a great movie. Loki, just the great enemies. Oh, the Hulk, smashing. I forgot what they're called. They remind me of not the Apothicons. What are like the giant worms in Black Ops 3? Oh, I don't remember what they're called though. But bro, great movie. Great movie. All right, I'm gonna put this down here. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp actually. I only know of it because of Endgame. I haven't seen it. I'll be honest. So I have no saying on it. I would go add the extra thing, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know how to do that. Maybe I can. Maybe I could. I don't really know. But not my job to know how to do that right now. Anyway, let's go on to Black Panther. Black Panther. It is between S and A tier. It is. I would watch this over the Avengers any day. Any day. It is. Oh, S or A. That's the question. Because I already know some of the movies that are going into S tier. All right, some of the movies that are going into S tier. But like, can I really put this one up there with them? Bro, Wakanda, Chadwick Boseman as the Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, bro. Oh, and this it was so beautiful. Ooh, the music. Okay, S tier, movie, S tier movie. I will not lie, S tier movie. Bro, it's just everything works so well. Everything works so well together. Literally, not a single thing in that movie seems off. Not a single thing. Okay? I know, just not a single thing in Black Panther seems off. I know I already placed this here in B. Captain America, the first Avenger, okay? The very first Captain America, alright? It's not anything special. I don't think it's anything special. I mean, obviously we get the first looks at Captain America himself as a superhero and how he gets created, and all the stuff that he went through. I mean, it has its cool moments, but it's not a bad movie. But I just don't see it as like a great movie. And I think it's hard for me to say B is average. I mean, yeah, out of all the movies, it is probably the most average movie. All right. Out of all of them, it's really average. Okay, Captain America: Civil War though, that's it. That's Oh, yeah, no, that's S tier. That's S tier. It's not as good as Black Panther, but it's definitely better than Avengers. I'll give it that much. Great movie. Okay, bro, we got so many things coming together in that movie. Our first Spider-Man appearance. Okay, we got to see Iron Man versus Captain America. Obviously, we also had the Winter Soldier there, which was sort of the main reason that they fought. Main reason that they fought right there, right before they were about to forgive each other. Sort of like that one movie that no one ever wants to speak of. Batman versus Superman. They were going to be okay. No. The resolution was the fact that they said Martha. So it's nothing like that. Okay, at least we got something better. I don't think you can get much worse than Batman versus Superman though. Not really. All right, but this movie, the greatest scene is obviously where they all fight. Okay, Iron Man team versus Captain America team. Great, funny. It has its comedy. I'm thinking of one scene. I think it was Hawkeye that was fighting Black Panther, and he was doing an introduction, and Black Panther just responds to him with "you talk too much" or whatever his accent is. I can't really do it, but it's a great scene. It's a great movie. I don't think anyone can argue. Captain Marvel. I think this one's pretty average. No, maybe below average. I could watch this over, like, I I could watch. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to. The thing about this, I don't want to watch it ever again. I love Samuel L. Jackson in this. I love seeing like his past a little bit more of it from Brie Larson, who plays Captain Marvel. But I don't like. It's not like the movie has anything too interesting. There's some like there's some things that happen in the movie that like just sort of explain what happens in the future and like characters in the future, minor or major. But like, huh? Would I like? What is this average or is it below average? Like, it's not a bad. Actually, this is below average. Okay, basically, Captain Marvel, explosion ship. She has powers from the ship. She was basically brainwashed, and then fought against the people that brainwashed her at the end. And she used her power, which is pretty OP, but not too OP because she didn't beat Thanos that one time. And you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we'll get to that later. But it's not like it's not terrible. All right, I'd watch this over Ant-Man any day. But I definitely wouldn't be able to put it up here with Captain America: First Avenger. There's just no way. I'm a little stuffy right now too, so don't mind that. Thor: Dark World, garbage, garbage, and anyone will agree. Any smart Marvel fan will agree is garbage. I don't need to explain it. Bro, Dark Elves, Loki died. Loki, quote unquote, died. Okay. Wow. That's all I can remember. All I can remember. Doctor Strange. Average. When I first saw it, great movie, and I still think it's a great movie. But it does have its flaws, okay? I think it has a very slow start. If I'm correct, it does have a very slow start. I mean, like the fighting scenes are really enjoyable. Like just seeing it's mainly CGI, obviously, but I mean they're really enjoyable. Okay, and then obviously with the bald lady, I forgot what her name is, the person who teaches Doctor Strange, the stuff, or at least is the reason. I don't know, but it's an average movie. I can't really remember the enemy. The ending is. The ending to this movie was odd. I mean, it was good, but it was odd because it was just the time loop that he did, and it was sort of anticlimactic. That's the word I'm looking for. It was anticlimactic. Okay, Doctor Strange kept on dying. Created a time loop though, so it didn't matter. And then he made a deal. Dormammu, yeah, that's his name. Dormammu. Dormammu. All the times he repeated that, and yeah, it was just pretty anticlimactic, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame. S tier. S tier. I mean, I think its only flaw is how long it took to actually get into interesting stuff. I think that's its only flaw. Because at the very beginning, obviously, we have Thanos die, but after that, it just takes a little while for it. I think it takes 30 minutes for anything to actually happen. Maybe 20, 30 minutes, something like that. But we just wait on the rat, basically, is what we're doing. We are waiting on a rat for the first 40 minutes of the movie. Okay? And then after that, really great, but that's the only flaw I can think of. I enjoy all the fighting scenes, every person coming together. Iconic. Very iconic. Bro, every single person you can think of. Maybe not everyone. I can't think of every single character because I'm not the biggest nerd. But every single character I could think of came together. All the Guardians of the Galaxy, all the Avengers, all the Doctor Strange people, all the Wakandans. Bro, it was iconic. And then obviously we have the ending where Tony Stark sacrifices his life. Even though he has a child. He can rest now. He can rest. Bro, I got teary-eyed. I didn't cry. Okay? I didn't cry. But I got teary-eyed. I won't lie. I did get teary-eyed. Thinking about it, it is sad. It's sad. But, you know, it's iconic. Okay? It has an iconic scene. Bro, I'm not gonna do this yet. Captain America with Thor's hammer. I mean, obviously we knew it was gonna happen, but still iconic. And you know, just the final Avengers assemble. Oh, and mind you, I haven't seen a Doctor. What's it called? I haven't seen what is it called? What is the name of the movie or shows? They're the series. They're the new series. Winter Soldier and the Falcon, or maybe the other way around, but you know, one of the two. But Winter Soldier and the Falcon, and I haven't seen WandaVision either. So maybe stuff happens there. I don't think it does, but I don't know. So I don't have anything to go based off of those because I haven't seen them. But yeah, Thor Ragnarok, A tier movie, funny, great action, but it's mainly comedy. That's what it is. I think it's just mainly comedy. And that was a nice little throw for me. Like, it was just comedy. It was a nice action comedy, but just comedy. It was funny. What we have, ending of the movie, we have Thor can't defeat her, but he can, and he points at the castle, and then obviously I forgot what his name is. The big devil-looking guy comes out and causes Ragnarok, then kills her. What's her name? Thor's sister. I don't remember. But yeah. And then obviously we have just Thor coming up with the portal of Loki. You know, memes made out of that. We have Hulk being there too. Bruce Banner makes an appearance. Funny scene when he jumps off the ship. Yeah, lands, and you know, any normal person would have died, but obviously Hulk saves him. And you know, we have our nice fight scenes. Hulk versus the Wolf. Thor versus Hulk, which, you know, Thor won, but hey, look, we won't talk about that rigged game. Alright, we have the Game Master. It was very enjoyable. Valkyrie, Loki is kind of helped, but also didn't. Mixed signals. But yeah, you know, just saving Ragnarok, and then Thor's dad died, Odin. Yeah, it was a fun movie. Like, it's not like S tier. It's most definitely not average though. It is definitely high A tier. Okay, Incredible Hulk. I've seen it. I don't remember anything though. I don't remember anything. I've completely forgotten everything that happened in that movie. I think I've seen it one time or twice, maybe. My little brother was a fan of the Hulk, so that's probably the only reason why I've seen it. But I can't say much about it. Iron Man 3. I think it's good. But I don't think it's great. I think it's good. I don't think it's great. Alright. Starts off okay. We get a nice little flashback all the way to Tony's younger years. And then he and some doctor are discussing something, and there's this guy that waits on a roof, and then guy becomes fire guy, you know, mega heat, and then people kill themselves by using that mega heat and then exploding. Happy almost died. What's her name? I forgot. Tony's wife. I can't think of it. Pepper is converted into one of those. You know, has to worry about that. Tony's house gets blown up by... Wait, is that the right movie? Am I thinking of the right movie? Yeah, Tony's house gets blown up. Yes? Yes, Tony's house gets blown up. Okay, I had to think about it. I was thinking of number 2 or number 3 if that happens. But, then meets the kid. Cool kid, helps him. Builds, repair suit, or gives, well, not really helps, but, you know, helps him in a way. Then I gotta try and remember. Maybe I should have watched all these movies before this video. This is a long video, by the way. I don't really know how it's going. Yeah, this is a long video, though. Not gonna lie. But it doesn't matter. We've been recording for 20 minutes. I guess it wasn't as long as I thought. Anyway. But, you know, it's average. It's average. No one can argue. Alright. Iron Man, is this 2? Yeah, that's 2. Iron Man 2. Below average. It's not that good of a movie. Yeah, it's not that good of a movie. We got Don Cheadle for the first time as War Machine, who replaced the other guy. I don't remember the actor's name. Tony is dealing with the stuff in his blood that's sort of causing him to die slowly. Enemy, I can't really remember. I remember some Asian guy with Whiplash, but that wasn't our main enemy. Who was? I don't even remember who the main enemy was, to be honest. I don't remember. But it's okay. Not average. Not even average. It's below average. It's better. I'd rather watch it than Captain Marvel, though. I wouldn't. I'd watch Avengers: Age of Ultron over it, though. So yeah, Iron Man, the first one. S tier. S tier. S A. Highest A. I'm not gonna put it in S. I don't think I can do that. Ooh. 2008. Okay. 2008. Right? 2008 is when it came out? Here, we can look this up. Iron Man. Don't mind all the... Yeah, 2008. Right. Okay. Iron Man 8. 2008. Great movie. Okay? Our introduction to the MCU, basically. I'm not counting the Incredible Hulk because that doesn't really count. They weren't really thinking about it. But Iron Man introduction, MCU. Okay, we have Tony Stark building the first suit in that cave. Alright, sadly, the other guy died. The doctor, or whatever his name is. I don't really know. Alright, then escapes. Is the CEO of his company or something like that. Not the owner, but the co-owner. I don't really know his name. Yeah, bad guy. We have the other guy who was War Machine, but not War Machine. I think not yet. I don't think he became War Machine yet. War Machine was introduced in number 2, maybe. I don't really remember. But anyway, yeah. We have Iron Man 2. Iron Man 1, I mean. And then, obviously, we get our introduction to basically Pepper, Happy, all the characters. It is just... To this day, it is still a great movie. Like, you know, Tony builds the suits, okay? Just every there's like I can't think of an issue with the movie. I really can't think of any issues. Like other than the fact just like these movies are just better. Like it's not like this one has flaws, it's just these are better in my opinion. And then like it's just like great storytelling. It's better than Thor Ragnarok just because like the amount of comedy in comparison to just like how interesting the story is for Iron Man. I think it's just better. But that could just be bias. I don't really know. Avengers: Infinity War, the best movie, the best Marvel movie there is. I will not change my mind. The best Marvel movie. I cried at the end, seeing Spider-Man. I'm not even gonna lie. I was not even a I don't like Tobey Maguire's movies. I don't even care about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. But seeing Spider-Man die right there, like that, just fading right in front of Tony Stark, that really got me. Okay? And I love the ending. I love how Thanos temporarily won. I love that. I love the bittersweet ending. No, but not even bittersweet. It was just bitter. I love that. That made me happy. I never get to see endings like that, really. Where, like, it's just not something I like. Okay? The only movie I can think of that was like attempted to do it was Krampus, and that movie is one of my least favorite movies of all time. Okay, but like it was so good. Thanos won the fight. Okay, in the end, he snapped his finger. Thor didn't go for the head. All right, we have the epic fight in Wakanda. All right, against all the people. We have all the stones being taken, basically, or being dealt with. Trying to destroy Vision Stone. the fight on Titan, the fight on Earth to begin with, you know, going up into space with Tony Stark, the Cape, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. Just like the whole like plot of the movie is just so good, and like it really hits you emotionally. Like seeing everyone die, Black Panther, Groot. We have obviously we have all the Guardians of the Galaxy except for Rocket. Okay. I can't think of if there's anyone else who survived. I know Rocket survived, but I don't know anyone else. Okay. Who else? Who else? I can't think of everyone. But, you know, just like all like the emotions at the end, that like seeing everyone like truly fail. Like it was like the first time we've ever seen like an actual like bad ending. And it was great. Like it hits you emotionally. It perfectly does it. No one can argue. You can argue like out of like these two, which one's better. Go ahead. But they are both amazing movies. Okay, moving on. We got Spider-Man. Is this one Far From Home? Yeah, Far From Home. It's hard for me to see. I'm sorry. Maybe I should. Here, give me a sec. I'm not putting it there just yet. At least. Yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home. You know, the last Marvel movie we have right now. You know, it's good. It's not bad. I mean, we have Mysterio. We have the trip to Europe. The Europe trip. I can't think of all the places. Spain, maybe? No, Venice, maybe? I don't remember. But yeah, we have Mysterio, who ends up, you know, I didn't really know anything about Mysterio. I don't read comics, so anything that happens in the movies is all I know. But yeah, Mysterio obviously being the bad guy. And then at the end, Spider-Man's identity is revealed. Plot twist right there. But I'll put it at the top of the average. All right, there's not. It's not like a bad movie. There's like it's not. It's like it's similar to Iron Man, but it's just not as good as these three. It's like I can't think of any flaws. So that's the only issue. Okay, we have Spider-Man: Homecoming. I think this one's A tier. Okay, our first official Spider-Man movie in the MCU. All right, I don't think it's better than the Avengers. Look, we're pretty even right now. Look at all this. Look at this. The only one that has more is C, because Guardians of the Galaxy, and I don't like any of them. Really. But, yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming, okay? We have our first Spider-Man movie in the MCU. Alright, obviously we have Iron Man's appearance. Alright, and then we have, I forgot, is it the Falcon? Is that who we're dealing with in this movie? I don't remember. I remember he has a crush on this girl, who is the daughter of the bad guy, of the main villain at least. You know, yeah, no, we'll keep it here. Okay, Thor. I know I've seen Thor. I don't remember the plot of it though. I don't remember much about it. Due to that, I don't think it. I think it's an okay movie. I don't think it's. Maybe it's like here. I think we'll put it here for now. And then Winter Soldier. Bucky. Bottom of A tier. All right, I'm not even gonna explain it, okay? Cause I don't feel like it. I guess I have to. Okay, because I can't explain Thor. So, we have WandaVision. Do we have Wanda Scarlet Witch yet? Do we have her yet in this? Right, we have her. Yeah, we have her. Yeah, this comes after the Avengers 2. Yeah, so we have the beginning where basically she attempts to save people from the explosion, takes it outside, and then accidentally blows up a building and feels terrible about it. All right, they have to deal with that. And then Bucky. I'm trying to remember all the plot. I can't remember. Yeah, we have to deal with him, Bucky coming back, remembering all the stuff about the brainwashing and all that. But I can't remember much more than this. I think this might have been the first time we see Black Panther, but I don't remember. I don't remember much about it. All right, I just know I think it's bottom A tier. All right, so that's gonna be it. All right, this is my Marvel ranking video right here. This is it. This is what we got. This is what we got. You can't really complain about it. You can't really complain. I'm taking a screenshot of this for thumbnail purposes because that's what I need to do. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and smash the like button. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and hit that little bell so you know the next time I upload a video. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.